earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
No, dziękuję.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
Takie parasolki były w tamtych czasach? Dziękuję.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good,
Będę miła.
vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night, and then just smile and nod at those you spared?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you.
Zjadłam
Jonathan.
męża.
I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Kurwa.
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries. And time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase it.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Wzruszająca. Okej. Teraz co to jest ta wdowa w opałach? Nic nie ma do zrobienia. Odwet. Coś takiego zrobiłem? Skoro tak mówią. To jest kościół, okej. Okay. Dobra, mogę tam iść w sumie. Tędy? Kulawy Johnson na headbone, ja linka nie mam.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion.
O
Shed
kurwa.
your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury. These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
No, interesująca. Dam się ktoś w ogóle klepie w oddali.
Back, demon! Back!
O kurwa, co to jest? Ja myślałem, że mam komuś pomóc.
Stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Nie, żeby cię już wcześniej ktoś przypadkiem nie ogłuszył krucyfiksem. Mniej więcej na samym początku gry. Z tego co mówili mi na E3, to tu będzie fajna scena.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
Może nie tu?
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
To osobista sprawa. To osobista sprawa.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures.
No zajebisty
Whatever
kotlet.
you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
Trochę lipnie, bo ja ją zabiłem.
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I'm so sorry, Mary. I promise to find who is responsible for all this. I'll put an end to this horror.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere.
No.
Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Schowaną zmywarkę, jak zjesz, to wróć talerz i włącz ją.
Okej. Naprawdę muszę być do szpitala.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
Siema, Mirek.
Doctor.
Have you any news of
Without a proper investigation, her death will go unpunished. Another Whitechapel tragedy. One that people need to hear about.
No dobra, jednak nie tu była ta fajna scena, sorry. Już wiem, że jak się do kościoła wchodzi, to jest fajny motyw. Ale może nie teraz.
Good evening. I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now. The epidemic.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
Have you recent news of
It's the vanity of that woman which caused...
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of
Quite a judgmental...
But you...
Well,
what did be?
What?
Clean.
Tobias chce ogniem walczyć z epidemią.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Fire is just the instinctive answer of a caveman facing something he does not understand. This is...
Your lack of faith is predictable.
But you're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences.
Quite...
You...
I am. Your disciple, Samuel, stole from the dead in Stonebridge Cemetery. I have proof of his crime and proof of his death.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
O! O Boże, on ma 5. level. O ja.
He defiled the dead with his petty thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked boldly into the mouth of abomination.
Your precious Samuel used you. He was an immoral crook.
If that's true, then he will be my burden to bear during this endless night.
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burnt those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will smite the flesh of the unclean to protect the righteous.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No! No. The only way to contain the spread is to strike at the source itself. The proliferating sick.
You're not the savior of London. You're just a glorified sadist.
I take no pleasure in this awful cleansing, Dr. Reed. I am only driven by the thousands of innocents I save each night.
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
A laughing queen dressed in blood. Tell me more.
This epidemic is her feast, the announcement of her return. Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She is Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints.
Why
Czyżby
did
Lady
you send
Ashmore?
Samuel to the...
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feed...
You sent a man to die because of a stupid vision. I have heard enough of your nonsense. Goodbye.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like...
Good evening.
It's far...
Don't you...
Faith.
No doubt your faith will prevail. But let me...
Blessed be your generosity.
I have heard an...
You look so pale, my lord. Would you...
Okej. Walnięty do ten książulek. Co ja mam tu niby zrobić? What the fuck? Może bym miałem coś jeszcze z nią zrobić? Nie no, chyba nie. Nie wiem. Może się zbugowało. A to, znajdź kogoś, kto potrafi braillem czytać i to. To gdzieś tam jest. Ty umiesz braillem czytać?
Good evening, Christina.
Kurtyzano?
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Nie do końca.
Do you need any...
Your money is...
Chyba nie bardzo.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you...
I believe Clayton's courage will... I've...
What?
How...
Średnio mnie to interesuje.
What? Goodbye.
Dobra. Chodźmy odzyskać tą torebkę. To tu? Nie, dalej. Easy peasy. Leszczyki. Gdzie były te trupy? Gdzieś tutaj mam iść. Boże, co to było? Okej. O, używany toporek. Złe szczegóły. I gdzie to niby jest? Chwila. Niezbyt wymagający przeciwnik. Siema! Tutaj tego nie ma. Znowu ta bestia? O kurde, a mnie dziabnął. Aha, już umarł. Zagalopowałem.
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost.
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife addressed to Barrett.
Chwila. Pan Peterson? O, nie ten. Do kogo była ta wskazówka?
Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
W każdym razie tutaj wszystko. Wyjdę stąd. Jakoś tam wyjdę. Tutaj gdzieś tam. Ja już myślałem, że to są drzwi, przez które da się przejść. Tędy? Chyba tędy. Kim jesteś? Znam się?
Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
You're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates, Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say a live tenant's a paying tenant.
A, to ten, co go uratowałem.
No.
Dobra, spytam z grzeczności.
It's that. It's that. What? In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man.
What?
That's
Mr.
I understand.
I'm no saint.
So it's an.
What?
Chwilę, no to chyba było coś ciekawszego.
To your business.
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I'm no saint, but to take advantage as you do, you are a despicable...
So it's a no, then. That's too...
Tell me,
People...
I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
Musisz natychmiast przestać. Żałuję, że znalazłem cię tak szybko.
Sir, I wish I had found you a few nights later than I did. Or maybe never at all. Death would have been a well-deserved punishment for your villainy.
Yeah, but you saved me, didn't you? And you do it again, because you're a decent chap. Just know I'm not.
Take this as my final warning. You will not profit from the misery of others. Business is one thing, but what you do is quite another.
Really? What you gonna do? You ain't from here. You ain't Whitechapel, Doctor. You wouldn't know the first thing about playing dirty, even if you wanted to.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack.
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages.
You'd better not come back here.
Okej. Potrzebuję jeszcze jednej wskazówki.
Since I took...
Zyskuję zdrowie, dobra. Jeszcze jedną wskazóweczkę musimy znaleźć odnośnie tego typka i możemy go zjeść. Z czystym sumieniem. Dobra, skoro żona Joe'ego Petersona go zdradzała, to zobaczymy, czy będą jakieś dymy, jak mu o tym powiem. Jest to coś interesującego.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Nie boisz się, że cię aresztują, czego nie żałujesz?
Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now, and people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
No kurde. Jeszcze jedna wskazówka.
Have you read? I think the documents in this box could be of some interest to you.
Really? Where'd you get it?
I found it in an abandoned building nearby. I thought you might want to keep these letters.
Let me see. Ah, Letters about my boy. Thank you, sir.
You do not appear surprised or pained by this.
Surprised about what? Harry's my son, I'm his father, and that's all there is to know, don't you think?
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Here's a little something for your trouble. And to remind you to keep your mouth shut about all this.
Myślałem, że będą dymy jakieś.
Goodbye.
A tu dupa.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your... Do you... What?
I never...
Baron.
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Do you mean... you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Did you ever try to...
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Ojej, biedaczek. O, mogę go zjeść. O, nie mogę go zjeść. O, super.
Right then.
Ja nawet nie wiem, czego potrzebuję, dobra. Czyli to zrobiliśmy. Mamy tak. Nie wiem, gdzie tego szukać. Też mogę to sobie śledzić. Co ja mam tu zrobić? What the fuck? Nie mam tego na mapie nigdzie. Chyba jej pomogłem i to powinno się ten odhaczyć, ale... A, czekajcie, a wcześniej? Wcześniej też gdzieś kogoś ratowałem. A mniejsza. Dobra, możemy to zrobić. To jest gdzieś po drodze do szpitala. No. Gdzieś. A tutaj to ja mam kryjówkę. Chyba nie tutaj. Muszę porozmawiać z... Kim ty jesteś?
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu. What are you doing here?
I can ask you the exact same question, Mr. Doctor. Now leave me alone.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
No, jakieś to słodkie, ale już to chyba słyszałem. Czemu to nie było zaznaczone? A, chwila.
Who is you say?
Well,
I don't. I heard what happened. Maybe you should
So
you seem I could ask.
No.
Are you living on the streets, Mr. Petrescu?
And why not? Those who believe they'll be safe behind walls are blind.
Why are you so aggressive?
I remember the night you came here and convinced me to open my door to you, sir. I'd like to punch you right on your chops.
What about your house?
My house is always open to any poor soul needing a roof. All my work here is lost now that Dorothea is gone, thanks to you.
What do you plan to do now that...
I'm not sure. Strange men came to see me after Dorothea's death, with strange weapons and very odd stories.
What kind?
Stories all Romanian children know. It was as if I was home again. Vampires, Mr. Doctor.
You believe?
Yes, I am old and alone and will die.
Okay.
How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu?
I would...
Yes,
I said I...
Będę mógł go zjeść w takim razie. O, już mogę go zjeść. To.
failed to protect Dorothea. I fall like she fell, but our fight is still alive.
Super. Super, że dzielnica zaraz odkryje skutki moich działań. Gdzie był ten jego dom? No, tu leży. Jakiś trup se leży. Chwila.
I cannot enter. How are you?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Boże, kim on jest? A, to ten.
Have you...
What?
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
You're being manipulated by these criminals. What's worse is that you're clever enough to know better.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I have a future here.
Goodbye, young man.
Good boy. O Boże, mam jedną wskazówkę na jego temat dopiero. Dobra, może w przyszłości będę miał więcej.
Good evening, Ben.
O, środek na nerwobóle.
No.
Jest weteranem wojennym, potrzebuje lekarstw, okej.
A gun,
Dobra, dostałem od tego typa klucz. Co tu robi lampa elektryczna? Ale gdzie on miał tą swoją siedzibę? A ty coś też? Zdrowa.
Have you... Goodbye, Mr.
Nie bardzo. Ktoś pamięta, gdzie to było? Może tu? A, tu. Właśnie. Dobra. A mogę wejść do tego domu? Mogę. Ale jakieś dziwne dźwięki tam są, to wyjdę może jednak. Tak będzie lepiej. Dobra. Jak mi dał klucz, no to strzelam, że skrzynka do tego klucza powinna być w jego domu. O! Nie. A może safe? Strzelingi, ołowiana płytka. No dobra, bez rewelacji. Przydałaby się tu szybka podróż, tak szczerze powiedziawszy. Idziemy do pana Mirka, lekarza, i zmieniamy gierkę. O, jakiś trup.
This is no place for you, sir. Bloody leech! Back to hell, this one! No! No! Bloody leech!
Słyszałem gdzieś jeszcze jakiegoś zombiaka. Ty, co mnie podrzucasz O kurwa. Możesz mi zadać pytanie z Hearthstone'a podczas tej gierki? Możesz. To niekoniecznie akurat mam chwilę, żeby odpowiadać. O. No. Brak słów. Człowiek normalnie nie może przejść po mieście. Jak jakieś wampiry temu.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! Look at it!
Oops.
Killing bastard!
Już? Ogarnęli się? No nie, no jeszcze jeden, nie chcę mi się z tobą walczyć. Ciekawe, czy jak od niego odbiegłem, to wyjdę z kombatu.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you.
O! Siema.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Dość tych zagadek, czym jesteś? Dlaczego ja?
Tell me what you are.
I am the whitened bones and blackened soil. The land made blood coursing through thy veins.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
To nieźle.
The vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity. Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Okay. Potrzebuję rady, czy jadę na turniej w takiej jednej to nie wiem. Ale to nie wiem, no od Paladyna sobie stworzę albo Keybloka, albo Control Warlocka, albo wiele innych deków.
You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Porozmawiaj o wydarzeniach. Dobra, dawaj, gadamy i
The
kończymy.
hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Musisz odzyskać pewność siebie. Nikt nie zauważy kilku kolejnych trupów.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Pomogę ci, nie mam tylko głowy, znów jestem twoją ostatnią.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan, please, I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became...
Oh.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Nie zaatakują, obronię was wszystkich, nie mylę się.
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this. If you don't mind, I have a few...
I'd be delighted to.
Spotkałem dziwacznego stwora. Nie tak łatwo wejść do kościoła. Kim był ten mężczyzna? Co się działo pod moją nieobecność?
I just recently met the strangest creature in Whitechapel. He was immense. He mocked me and accused me of hypocrisy.
Perhaps it was a skull. London's streets are overflowing with them these days.
It was a vampire, all right. But what kind, I'm not sure. He was large and very fast.
If you find anything more about this creature, the Brotherhood would greatly appreciate any information you could spare.
Kurde.
He was observing me with the obvious intent to do me harm. His very presence evoked a palpable sense of menace.
You need to be careful, Jonathan. You've no idea what this creature really is.
I recently tried to enter a church. It has been a very unpleasant experience.
The Brotherhood's research on the matter of faith and vampirism has proved somewhat insubstantial, to say the least.
It's hard to explain in terms of science, that's for sure.
I'm sure Lady Ashbury will have far greater insight into this matter than little old me.
Is this proof that I'm cursed in the eyes of the divine?
The wrath of the Almighty? There's no way of knowing. It could be subconscious guilt, or irrational fear, or deep-seated beliefs.
What exactly happened here while I was absent?
Hampton turned, quite violently as it happened. Lurking about, attacked Miss Jones. To say he created quite a commotion would be an understatement.
Are you sure it was Hampton that killed Miss Jones?
There was blood everywhere, but no body. And you know the state she was in. I fear for what he did with her. Hopefully he just hid the corpse.
How did the Guard of Prewin come to hear of this?
McCallum has spies everywhere. He will jump at any opportunity to disparage the Brotherhood and show his contempt.
Who was that?
Geoffrey McCallum, actual leader of the Guard of Prewin. I suspect he's the man behind the rebirth of this old and dusty society.
They know I'm here now, don't they?
I understand your need for blood and will not get in your way. But if you could refrain from feeding within these walls, it would go a long way to defending your case.
What do they hope to achieve?
Their ultimate goal is the eradication of all vampires in the country. They see you as a threat to mankind, Jonathan.
Ej, a o tym gościu z krwi to nie mogę nic pogadać? Tu mam go szukać, to. Kawałek.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks. What on earth happened here?
Dobre pytanie. Myślałem, że coś ciekawszego tu znajdę. No niewiele tego. Idziemy w kimę. Wezmę to, rozwinę do końca. Ale mi... nie, starczy? Starczy, dobra. Kolejna noc. O, wszyscy żyją. Słabo się postarałem dzisiejszej nocy. Swoją drogą, jestem ciekawy, jak nigdzie poznajesz, że to jest wampir po tych oczach. Idziemy.